Hey guys, Max from 230 here. We've got the new ONYX Triple X 1550 that we're gonna set up and mount to our 2500 for the Melbourne 4x4 show. So I thought I'd run you through all the parts that come with the tent, how to assemble it. We'll also go through some of the features on the tent while we mount it. And then we'll do a full instructional video on how to install it to your roof racks. Okay, so this is the box that the ONYX Triple X comes in. Most important thing is scan that user manual there. So if you scan that with your phone, it'll take you straight to our website where all of our rooftop user manuals are, and that'll give you full instructions on how to assemble and install it. Another point, if you notice any damage to the box, just give us a call before you take the tent home. So out of the box, the ONYX comes with a few parts that need to be assembled to it. So I've put everything out here on the table that has to go on it before you fit it. So starting from this side, you've got the ladder mounts. So you get 2 sets of them. You get a top handle, 4 latches, so 2 for the front, 2 for the back. This is your mounting kit to install 2 roof bars. You get a shoe pocket rail, and you also get 2 roof bars to go on top of the shell. So currently the brackets that come with the roof bars are quite a high profile section there. So it means that the bars sit quite high on the shell. We are developing a much lower profile bracket, kind of like this one here. It'll have the logo on it. It's going to sit the bars a lot more closer to the top of the shell, so they don't sit up super high. So that'll be available to purchase. If you receive an ONYX and it has these, you can swap these out later on just to bring them down a bit lower. The roof bars are fully adjustable, so you can set them up at whatever span you want. So if you want to have your solar panel further towards the front, or if you want recovery tracks up the back, they're fully adjustable in that aspect. We'll run through what you assemble first. First thing that goes on is the top handle. I'll slide that into the top extrusion up here. So these are the channel nuts that come with it. So it's simply a matter of just pushing it in like that until it's in the center. We'll measure that later. Next step is your ladder mount. So you get 2 sets of ladder mounts. You get a set for the front to climb in the front of the tent. You also get a set to go on either side. So if you're setting your tent up with a 270 awning, generally you would also put these on the side. So you can either climb through the front or through the driver's side, because most 270 awnings are a passenger side mount. So we'll put these on the center. They go in the bottom extrusion. So you have 2 extrusions on the base, and you have 1 extrusion on the top. Now these have to be spaced 400 mil apart center to center, so that when you hook your ladder on, it lines up. So we'll sit them roughly there. We'll measure that later. Moving on, you've got the latches. So this is your top latch here. So that'll go on the top shell. Bit of a tip, if this is a bit loose to open and close, you just have to tighten up these bolts and nuts. And that'll stop the latch from folding under the shell when you pack it up, and it'll get caught. So just make sure they're nice and firm. That's your lower latch bracket. Out of the box, these will already be assembled. However, in order to tighten these bolts up, you have to remove this piece. So it's just a 4mm Allen key bolt on either side, loosen them off, and then you can slide this into the base and then put that back on after you've tightened these. Now these go in the top extrusion on the lower shell. So, and they need to be 180 mil in from the end to the center. And then just tighten them up for 5mm Allen key. And then from there, put your pin in. So take these 4mm bolts out, sit that in there, and do them back up. So as mentioned before, with your ladder mounts, make sure they're 400 mil apart, center to center. Yep, that looks pretty good. Top handle, measure that from end to end. Make sure you're in the center, about 1530. So yeah, it'll be about 760, roughly. Tighten that up, 5mm Allen key. Okay, so once all those parts are on and they're tight, move on to your upper latch. So same thing, 180 mil in from the end of the shell to the center. That goes in the top extrusion. So 1 on each corner. All up, you'll have 4 to do. So just slide that along to there. Make sure it lines up with your lower bracket. And then 5mm Allen key to tighten that up. So we've got all 4 latches on. We've got the top handle, the front ladder mounts. These are the optional side mounts. So generally they go on the driver's side. If you've got a 270 awning that wraps around, you'll put these on the right-hand side. These are good if you've got a wagon with lift-up tailgate. A ladder's not really going to work for you at the back there, so these just slide into the bottom extrusion on the side, and you want to line them up with the side window. So where you climb up the ladder, you can just go straight in the side of the tent. Same thing, 400 mil apart, center to center. So I'll measure that. Yep, right about there. And then just a 5 mil Allen key to tighten them up. Okay, so last step is the 2 roof bars that come with the tent. I've already assembled these out of the box. On each end of the bar, there's 2 slide plates, 2 bolts, nuts and washers, so they just slide along the end, tighten them up. You got your end cap as well to put on. If your tent comes with these, you can purchase these later if you want to go lower profile on your bar. So bit of a tip here to get your channel nuts into the extrusion between the strut and the X-frame. You can't go in from either end because you've got everything pre-fitted. So all you do with these is just slide them in the gap there. Just sit them there like that. There you go, so that one's popped in there. There you go, there's the other one. Then you want to space them about that far apart. There's your other 2 bolts. And then just gently flip your bar over and line it up with your channel nuts. So these roof bars, you can set them up however you want. We're positioning them at 900 apart for what we're gonna do. So yeah, just go from there to there, that's 900. Okay, so all the parts are on. So latches, handle, ladder mounts, and the roof bars, they're all assembled and nice and tight, so it's ready to be mounted to your car. So we're cheating here a bit. We've got a winch to lift our tents up and onto our cars because we do so many all the time. But if you're at home doing it, just get a few mates around, 1 per corner, lift it up onto your roof. So car's backed in, we're ready to mount the ONYX 1550 to the tub rack bars it's got. We're also going to mount our Falcon Extreme to this tent using the awning brackets. So beauty of a twin extrusion on the ONYX is that you can get awning brackets to suit. So we'll cover this in another video of how to install these. Okay, so ONYX is mounted to the tub racks. This setup here is ideal for mounting rooftops because the bars run left to right across your vehicle. Most rooftop tent mounting channels run front to back. So you want to set up like this where the plates and bolts can go around the bar like that. So it's a lot easier than mounting to, say, a platform where the channels run front to back because there's no way to use the mounting kit that comes with it. Bit of a tip, when you put these together, if you do this nut halfway up, it makes it a lot easier to install because when we lift the tent up to slide these along, especially if you're going on a platform where there's not a lot of access for your hands to get under with the spanner, it's already half done for you. So you've got that at the back, and then you just slide your last bolt along there, and then you only have 1 nut to do up. So one important thing when you put these on is make sure your bolts are straight up and down, they're not crooked or bent, and just use a 13mm spanner to tighten these up. Don't use a rattle gun, because if you over tighten these, they'll gall up, and then when you go to take the tent off, it becomes a pretty big issue. Okay, so once it's all mounted up, just do one final walk around, check all your 13mm nuts, make sure they're all nice and tight. Every once in a while it pays to just check these, so keep a 13mm spanner in your car so you can just quickly check to make sure that they're tight, they haven't vibrated loose. And apart from that, yeah, you're all ready to go. So additional feature on the ONYX is the protected Anderson plug up on the front left. So keep that in mind when you install it. You're gonna wanna have your power running up the front left of your vehicle to plug in your Anderson, and then that'll power up the 12-volt system inside the tent. So SIG socket, USB chargers, and that'll run the light that's in there. So this is the standard ladder that comes with the ONYX. Bit of a tip, when you go to hook it on your ladder mounts, make sure that it's vertical, and that will allow you to hook it on into those brackets there. And then once that's locked in like that, fully extend all the way down, and then just check that it's locked in there, and then you're good to go. So there you have it. That's how you assemble and install an ONYX Triple X. As mentioned before, just make sure you check all your mounting bolts after you've done 100 Ks or so. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us.